What's going on? Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Intentional Carnivore. I got a few minutes and I wanted to jump on and see everybody, see how everybody was doing, seeing who's out and about, who's ready to conversate tonight. Just a last minute impromptu kind of deal. And I have been excited to get back in here. I haven't done a solo live in a while. And I wanted to say, just jump in and chat for a little bit. So what you guys up to? Y'all doing all right tonight? Everybody sticking to the plan, continuing down the road. If you are just joining the channel, please hit the like button, push the video out. Let's see what's going on. What's up, Rick? What's going on with you? You doing all right tonight? So I jumped in the gym today for the first time in probably 15 or 16 years and felt pretty good, actually. Been getting some workouts in lately. Um, I don't necessarily think you have to work out every day, but to get where you want to go, I think if you put the right nutrition in, your body will take you a long way. But I do feel better whenever I'm active, whenever I get outside, when I get some walking in, when I get some stuff done. So I enjoyed it, and I'm kind of curious to see after a year and a half on eating carnivore, um, what my body's going to do. Honestly. What's up, Bama? Good to see you. Whitney, good to see you. Carolyn, Limitless, what's up? It's good to see you, Limitless Lindy. What's up, Joyce? How are you? Y'all getting ready? Y'all getting ready to see everybody come to town, huh? Y'all getting ready to set up. It was what, about another week till Keto Palooza, so that's going to be pretty fun, pretty interesting. It's like 6.5 hours, I think, from here, so it's going to be a ride. But I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Seeing how everybody's doing. What's up, Paulette, Karen, Connie? What's up, neighbor? Good to see you guys. So, as I was talking about earlier, I started back in the gym. Got in the gym. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law have been doing the gym thing, so I called them up, and I had been thinking about it, talking about it, and so I decided, you know what, today's as good a day as any, right? So I jumped in and did 45 minutes. Oh, Jasmine, how do you find out about events like that way in advance? Oh, I don't. Keto Palooza is a yearly thing that goes on. So yeah, I don't know. I just been following Autumn and those guys, so I just knew it was going to be coming back around, honestly. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Randy? That's who I'm going with. So me and Ground Beef Guy. You guys check out his channel too. So we're gonna be roll buddies, riding together and everything. So I don't know how I found out about it. I used to watch it. The last one I watched, I guess, was last year, same time. I think it's the third year actually that it's going on. But it's always good. So, what's up, Barry? Doing good tonight. Where all you guys at? I know some of y'all from South Carolina, right here around the house. Hopefully, my buddy Larry that owns the gym I was working out in, he's been catching some of the live, so that was pretty cool to meet somebody who, around the house that's been watching a little bit, doing carnivore for quite a while, from what I understand. So I can't wait to sit down and talk with him. Oh, maybe he can teach me. He gonna have to teach me some stuff about lifting weights. Oh goodness. What's up, Felicia? How are you? Let's see. I know it has been a while. I've been so busy. It's wild. I've been spending so much time, honestly, jumping in with a lot of other people, in their private groups and in other people's videos and stuff, that I haven't really done a lot of stuff on mine. So I think it's pretty critical for me to get back into, like, focusing on getting some of my stuff built up too. It's what I feel like I've been led to do, and get my message out and the voice out and build the channel and things like that. And I love working with other people. I do. I really do. I want to be a uniter and unite people, but at the end of the day, man, like I gotta take care of what I'm doing as well. So I got to make some more videos, and I got some great ideas, and there's some stuff coming that I've been planning for, but I just got to put it all together. Been spending a lot of time talking with people and stuff. And today, honestly, I had a great conversation with somebody that I've had on the channel, and they really encouraged me. And it was James, man. I talk to Larry all the time, Berkless from Carnivore Quest. He encourages me all the time. We're like family. Today, had a great conversation with James, and he really encouraged me from Ready Set Keto. Just good people, man. And so I'm extremely thankful for some of the relationships and stuff that I have been able to form by this whole process. It's a whole nother aspect to, the story that is being figured in, man. It's honoring, to be able to call these people friends and speak with them and all. What's up? You're in Commerce, Georgia. That's all. Joyce said 4th year Keto Palooza. I was close 3. I thought it was 3, but yeah, it is 4, isn't it? It's going to be great though. It's going to be fun. A lot of great speakers and a lot of great people. I think there's supposed to be 300 or 400 people there. So it's going to be a great time. Chris Bear from Keto Chow created a site and post the events. There you go. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Diane, there's a website called Low Carb Event where you can find out information regarding the upcoming event. See, you guys know more about it than I do. I didn't know there was all those. I knew Autumn, and I knew she put it on every year, but I don't know all of them honestly. And in Keto Palooza, outside of the Carnivore Quest event meetup that we had last week, will be the first big event that I've been to. I've never been to one before, so I'm kind of looking forward. A little bit different. Edward, what's up, man? Good to see you, friend, from Grayson, Georgia. Yeah. Everybody's right around South Carolina and Georgia and down this way. That's awesome. It's good to see you, friend. Good get together. Yeah, it is. It's awesome, man. Community is huge, man. Support and journey. I'll be honest with you. Community is the first place that I went after finding out about Carnivore and, Dr. Barry, and finding my way into a community and form relationships with people that are still with me today, Felicia and some of the others have been in there for, a long time. So just love Emily and James. Yeah, man, I love Emily and James. They are. I say it. I've said it before, and I will say it again. I don't eat keto. I've never eaten keto. I've always been a carnivore. But I'll tell you this: that doesn't even tread water with me. I love James and Emily, and I go watch their stuff because they put out good stuff. They're great people, and I never have a conversation with them or never leave one of their events or one of their videos without feeling good and, or having something that helps me to see perspective on something and leaving with a smile on my face because I learned something, or just being happy, man. So, and there's a lot to be said for that because anybody can get on and just, whatever. But to give you that stuff that makes you feel good and helps you and whatever, it's good stuff. I love it. Oh, I love them. I know that, they've been taking a break and stuff, and they deserve it. They've been putting a lot of work in for, 2 or 3 years, 2 years, I know, building the channel and investing in the community and sharing their journey. And, if you're going to stay creative, you're going to stay faithful to what God called you to do, you got to stay focused and take care of yourself. So, they got to take a break. So I'm all for it. Oh, Keto Palooza has gone from 30 to 300. Yeah, it'll be 3,000 next. Honestly, I'm all about it. That's cool. Paulette in North Carolina. Look at there. See, we got enough to do a huge meetup. We ought to get together and do another big meetup soon. That would be awesome. Florida. Hey, Shawn from Arizona. You are the motivation for me, sir. So grateful. 90 days lying, 55 pounds lost. That is insane, my friend. Congratulations and huzzah to you. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you throwing that comment out, man, because there's people who are absolutely finding amazing success doing this. Don't stop talking about it. Don't stop doing it. You are absolutely smoking it. 90 days and done 55 pounds. So, you know, stay focused, my friend. The best is still ahead. It's going to just keep getting better and better, you know. So congratulations to you. There's so many other people out there that just they hear that story and they get that little bit of hope. And I'm here to tell you, I can't make you any promises, and I wouldn't, feed you a bunch of junk. But there's testimony just like this, um, all over the place. It could be you next. If you're watching this live and this is your first time jumping in on the live, that could be you in 90 days. That could be you in 6 months. Next year, you could be sitting where I'm sitting with your own YouTube, telling people about the 269 pounds that you lost, the diabetes that you reversed, and all the things. So I have no idea what that little thumbs up thing was, but that is awesome. Can I do it again? That was really cool. I don't even know if y'all saw that, but you guys can, there's so many people that are without hope and don't see a thing. I was without hope. I was laying on a couch for 3 years, not caring whether I woke up or not. I didn't care if I saw the next morning, not because I had a horrible life before that. I had an amazing wife. I've got amazing children. My mother loves me. It is what it is. But I let myself go, and I got sucked into that depression and those chains, and that, it's so weighty, and you don't see a way out. And you think that that's how you have to live. And so you just continue to sit there. What you don't realize is you hold the keys to get out of there. You just have to take those steps. And I got on my face and asked God to deliver me from that, and He did. And it's obvious. And you guys can do the exact same thing. There is hope for you. There is hope for tomorrow. There's hope for today. But you got to start. You got to step out. So, let's see here. You will meet another great community at Keto Palooza. Be sure to meet Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos. Autumn and her husband seem like wonderful people. Absolutely. I actually reached out to Joe and Rachel. I was going to try to get them on the show. I just haven't heard back from them. I would love to have them on here. That'd be great. So, Two Crazy Ketos are great folks. I've been trying. I've reached out to them and love to talk with them. I've been watching. Matter of fact, I remember what was it 2 years ago they were hosting Keto. Was it KetoCon or Keto Palooza? Nurse Cindy and Autumn and Nisha spoke, and obviously Dr. Barry spoke, and I think it was Kim Howerton that spoke. It was great. Let's see. Tracy, what's up? Good to see you. Barry, yeah, Karen, love her husband. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, Richard's awesome too. That was cool. Texas Lone Star Stacker. What's up? Good to see you, friend. Just over a year on Carnivore, started at 560. Now I'm 355. Wow. That's just, I forgot I can post these comments up if I can figure out how to get my cursor back over here. I think it jumped off the page. Let's see. Yeah, it's over here on my on my tablet, but I can pick them up. Why does technology hate me so much? I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's put it back over here beside. I don't know what's making it do it. Anyway, let's see. Turn it off. Way to go, that's what I was saying. I was going to pop your comment up here, but I always having those technological issues. There we go. I made it work. Anyway, yeah, man, you're killing it. You are killing it. From 560, and what would you trade? You done lost over 200 pounds, 205. Blood work is great. Absolutely. I could say that. You're seeing that. My man Favre up there is seeing it. So, I mean, that's just 3 examples right here in this one space of people who have seen amazing results from putting in a little work, taking those steps. I mean, you can live with risk or you can live with the regret. That's the two choices you got. I was actually making a video. I was reading a book, and it was about out by a guy, Psycho Cybernetics. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Maxwell Maltz, a friend of mine, Justin, turned me on to it. And the guy, he opens up talking about how he's a plastic surgeon, and he's operated on many people and literally changed their physical appearance. They would have a freakish scar or some deformity or something that he would be working on to fix. And he said that the overwhelming majority of them would, would see a boost in confidence, and self-esteem would go up, and they would feel great. But it took about 21 days for that to take effect. And then there were some that it didn't matter what was done, no matter how different or drastic the change was on the outside, they could not see the difference. No matter what happened, no matter how many people told them that they looked so much better or whatever. And he's like, and that just goes to show you that, the change in appearance couldn't change the perception that they held against themselves. So the first step has to be in the mind. The first step has to be us understanding that we have to view ourselves different. We can do hard things. If you tell these guys that are losing 200 pounds like myself, in, a year or 6 months or, whatever, guy lost 55 pounds in 90 days. 5 years ago, if I'd have told you that, you'd have probably laughed at me. You wouldn't have believed it. But the truth is the truth is in the experience and the testimony of these people right here. That's why it's so important for these guys to keep sharing that, to keep getting it out there. Love yourself enough to take those risks that you haven't heard of with carnivore. You got testimony after testimony. It's worth the chance, like I said, next year it could be you. So congratulations to you, my friend. Oh, let's see. And Karen says, I got to meet Joe and Rachel. Look at there. That's awesome in Omaha. I'm looking forward to it. Being able to meet some of those folks, talk with them. I met Larry and Cassie. I love them. They're my, like family to me. And, at the meetup, we had Backwoods Carnivore Backwoods. I always say it backwards. Kip was there. Man, we had the ground beef guy. We had Miss Joyce Butler was there. Like, we had a lot of folks, and they were actually on YouTube. But it was awesome, man, to be able to fellowship face to face and meet all of you guys. A lot of you guys were there. So, I mean, it was cool to be able to shake hands and speak and see each other face to face instead of on a computer screen, which is awesome because we're all over the world. But it feels different. So it's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys. Forgiven 365. That's awesome. Melbourne, Australia. That's awesome. I'm Forgiven too. That's awesome. I like the name. Cool stuff. Steve, hello from Steve and Carrie from Smyrna Beach, Florida. Northwest Wisconsin, lost 80 pounds 20 years ago on 0 to 10 carbs a day. All meats, cheese, and eggs. There you go, Luis. Kept it off to this day. That's amazing. Congratulations to you. That's the way to do it. I was talking with somebody today, and I mentioned losing 269 pounds since April of last year, and I didn't really lose it because I'm not looking for it. I'm not trying to find it. So carnivore works, and you feel so great. It's just it's different. It's not starving yourself. I've done that. I've done the feed myself salads and all the juice junk. You're gonna have to transition. You got to get used to it, but it's absolutely going to change the whole way you think about stuff. Let's see here. Barry says you have to see it on the inside before you have it on the outside. Absolutely. I heard somebody say one time, if you don't see it before you see it, you'll never see it. And I believe that 100%. You can't outlive your expectations for yourself, but you also can't set unrealistic expectations for yourself either. They can be realistic, and you not understand how big they can be, because it's not realistic for me to think I can lose 269 pounds in a year, but I did it. And, so, but it wasn't the focus. I couldn't see me losing any weight when I started, because I didn't think it was possible to do it. And especially not eating an all meat diet. I need some fruits and vegetables, right? Absolutely not. So make the hard choices and do hard things. There's a lot of people right now that are involved in a challenge that I know about that are doing hard things, and they're finding out and they're teaching themselves and they're showing themselves that they can do way more than they ever thought possible every single day. And so I'm super proud of them that are putting in work. And I'm not going to speak much more about that, but they are doing some work. And hopefully by the end of this thing, we'll get together and maybe have something for you. Stephen Carey, hello from News. Smearing the Beach 40. It's just an inspiration. I appreciate that, Steve, man. That's awesome, man. You guys inspire me too. I believe you me when I tell you, I love sharing my story. I love giving. Well, I got about that much knowledge, man. Honestly, I read a lot. I study a lot. I focus a lot. But I want to share what I've learned with other people, man. There's no sense in hoarding on to it. There's plenty of room for everybody to be successful and everybody to feel good just like this. And I really, honestly am just crazy enough to believe that we can leave this world better than we found it by being that way. So awesome sauce. Appreciate you and the encouragement. There's my buddy John. What's up, John? Good to see you, man. I seen you in somewhere else the other day, and I was like, man, I ain't seen John in a while. I need to go check him out. It's good to see you, John. Hope you're doing well, friend. Oh, let's see. Amazing results so far. Yeah. As far as that, my blood pressure is normal low now, 200, 210 over 130. Yeah, absolutely. That's about what mine was when they stuck me on some blood pressure medicine. Depression gone completely, inflammation in the back, joints gone, mental clarity, focus, spreading the good word. That's what it's all about. You got to share it, got to open up. The thing is, I get asked a couple of things a lot, one of which is somebody starts eating like this, they start experiencing how great it is, and they want to tell their family, and they want their kids, or they want their spouse, or they want their best friend, or people at work to start eating like this. And I completely and utterly understand that. And that's natural. Once you feel like you feel eating this way, you're going to want to share. It's a natural reaction. But they find a lot of opposition. I want to tell you folks, because I've had it asked a lot of times, do not get discouraged if you meet that opposition. Just live. It should just fire you up to live just a little bit more, just live it out in front of them. And eventually they're going to see what all happens to you, and they're going to be begging you for the answers, because you're going to be feeling amazing. You're going to look amazing, and all the things, so just hang in there. Don't get discouraged, and it'll make a huge difference. Keep spreading the word, my friend. Oh, Joyce, I'm so blessed. I have over 100 subs since the meetup. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody go check Joyce out. Faith to Victory is her channel, and give her a like and support her, show her some love. Her and her husband were great folks. I enjoyed being able to speak with you and get to know you a little more. Oh, let's see here. Shawn Baker did an interview from your exact room earlier this week. Is there something you need to tell us? Yeah, man, I have Baker over all the time. I tell him he can use the crib whenever he wants. Oh man, yeah, it's a green screen. This ain't my house. I've told people before, you could fit my house inside this little box right here called a fireplace. I'm not living like that. I wish I had a bigger place for the kids to spread out a little bit, but it ain't mine. I can play the piano though before somebody asks. A little bit. I played the piano as a kid for 5 years. I played the saxophone in 6th grade a little bit. I can read a little bit of music, but these days, mostly I just play the radio. Oh man. Absolutely. Yeah, Shawn Baker could come over and hang out at the house though. I actually emailed him about some stuff earlier this week and talked with him. Whitney, would you share your salvation testimony? What denomination are you? Do you also witness the people you tell about carnivore in person? Absolutely. I'll share that with you. So I was raised in a Pentecostal church. My grandpa was a Pentecostal pastor. And after my mom got remarried and we moved to another town, we started going to a Baptist church. So I go to a Baptist church now. I love the church that I go to. I've known the pastor for, probably 20 something years. I have no issues, qualms about it. I don't necessarily care a whole lot about denominations simply because I feel like denominations are man-made, but I do agree with the theology behind mostly what the Baptists believe. But I'm loyal to the Bible and God over a denomination or anything man-made. So that's kind of how I feel about that. But I was saved whenever I was a kid. I was saved about 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. I remember, asking the Lord to come into my life. I trusted in Jesus and I was baptized a few weeks later. And I, have basically been in church and tried to do the best that I can following God's word and repenting when I fail ever since. I haven't always been perfect, and I'm certainly not now, and I'm not going to be. But he radically transformed my life. So, that was when I was, younger. When in 2006, I went to Fruitland Baptist Bible Seminary, Fruitless Baptist Bible College, basically is what they call it now. It's right outside Hendersonville, North Carolina. And I graduated with a degree in religious studies and theology in 2010. I did a little bit of church work at that time. And after that, I got into EMS. And I worked in EMS from 2011-ish until I lost my job in 2019. Spent 3 years on the couch. Somewhere in there, 2015, 14, 15, I started school and got a degree in science too. So I have a degree in science and a degree in religious studies and theology. And after working as a paramedic, like I said, lost my job. And that's the story where you pick up with the carnivore story. Lost my job in 2019, laid on the couch, got extremely depressed, couldn't find a way out, and, stayed there until the depression was so bad that I just didn't want to live anymore. And I was the biggest I'd ever been. I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, but I knew I would lay there. That's one thing that people need to understand as well, is that just because people are depressed doesn't mean they'd have lost their faith, does not mean that they are not living right, does not mean depression can happen to people who are saved. It happened to me, and I've been saved my whole life, trusting God and listening to his word, and so nevertheless, but it was a lot of bad choices that led me there, eating wise, health wise, and I just prayed, God, lead me out of this, do something in me that can only be described and you get the credit for it, because I can't get me out of this situation. I'm the one who got me into this situation. I need somebody to get me out. I need a power from outside of me to get me out, if that makes sense. So that's basically my testimony, how I came to be saved and how I was delivered from the hole that I was in. And so that's why I share my faith. I don't know. I know a lot of people aren't believers. A lot of people don't trust in God, and that's your decision to make, just like what you eat. But as long as I'm on YouTube and people have made videos slamming me, saying I'm dividing the community, that's how you feel. I'm good with that too. That's how you feel. No, but everybody doesn't have to believe the way that I believe. But I will say this: as long as you see Shawn White, the intentional carnivore, on YouTube, you're going to see Shawn White sharing his faith and talking about Jesus, because that's the number one thing in my life. Carnivore is secondary to me. I love carnivore. I think God used it to deliver me from, where I was at. But it's definitely the secondary issue. So, I think it's great. And I love sharing it with people. So thanks for asking. I hope that got your question. And, I love to talk about it. I love to talk about two things, and one of them is carnivore, and the other one is Jesus. And that's just where my heart is. So I appreciate you asking that. Oh, I want to say hey to Adam and the Judy family. I appreciate that. Adam, Eve, and the Judy family. I appreciate you joining. Every time somebody joins, it encourages me, and it definitely helps to keep the stuff going. Uh, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, and hope you guys are well. Oh, let's see here. Would love to hear some tips on weight loss stalls. Absolutely. I mean, it has a lot to do with where you're at. The first thing that I would check is, what are you eating? How are you eating? Are you eating strict? Are you eating carbs? Are you not eating carbs? Are you having dairy? Are you not having dairy? Look at what you're eating. See if there's something sliding into your diet that you might be missing. There's 90 different words for sugar, maybe a spice or something. I don't know. I don't know what you eat, how you eat. That'd be the first place that I would look. The second place is artificial stuff. If you have any artificial stuff, it can trigger some things. It'll make your insulin go up, thinking you got a blood sugar rise, but you don't. So those are some things that I would look at. Past that, I would look at, what kind of sleep are you getting? Are you getting good sleep? What kind of stress is in your life? Is your cortisol up? What kind of medications are you taking? Are any of the side effects from those medications playing with your sugar or your hormones? Hormones is another issue. Are your hormones balanced? That's another issue. Are you getting in any activity? I mean, I'm not saying, are you out there running 5 miles a day? Are you lifting weights? I'm just saying, are you doing any kind of activity at all? What times are you eating? If you eat as soon as you wake up, when the dawn effect kicks in, trying to wake your body up in the morning, it could raise your blood sugar a little more than normal. If you're going to bed, eating right before you go to bed in the evenings, instead of your body resting and repairing at night, and trying to process that and get the fat off, basically. It's going to be working overtime trying to digest the food. So, I mean, that's a couple of things that I would look at: diet, stress, electrolytes. See if you're getting enough electrolytes. I mean, I would just look at one thing at a time, and with a fine-tooth comb, and just make sure everything's on point. But I hope that helps you a little bit, my friend. And sometimes just remember too that sometimes you're doing everything right, unless it's been 90 days of zero weight loss. It's technically not a stall. Sometimes you're doing everything right and the body just wants a break. Make sure you're eating enough. Don't think that by cutting back on what you eat, you're going to help shed more weight. That's not necessarily the case. So trust the process. There's not really an alternative. If you're going to eat the proper human diet, you put the proper human food in, right? So just trust the process and try your best to just keep pushing forward. Okay. I know it'll kick in for you. It can be discouraging, but keep your head up. Oh, was just typing to ask you play some piano. Same second you answered that. Laugh out loud, right? Oh, let's see here. I'm a type 1 diabetic, been ketovore for almost 3.5 years and have lost just over 130 pounds. Insulin cut by 2/3 and heartburn. No more joint pain. Huzzah, Edward. Congratulations, friend. That's what I'm talking about right there. So for all those people out there with type 2 and type 1 diabetes, it's not just the type 2 diabetics getting healed. My man, he's still having to take a little bit, a third of what he was taking. I guarantee you this man right here is absolutely convinced that the proper human diet will work for you too. Listen, to type 1 diabetic. It's helping people that. Why is the Diabetes Association not out showing this stuff to people who are diabetic is what I need to know, because I'm sure with type 1 diabetes, those out there with type 2 diabetes as well, that information is pretty critical, how much of a difference it can make in your life. So congratulations to you. I hope you're telling it every chance you get, and I appreciate you sharing it with us. That's amazing. Oh, Alma, amen. Loyal to the gospel and the Bible, amen. Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Well, man, John, I was laughing when I saw Dr. Baker using the same background the other day. I was like, wait, that is intentional carnivore's house. Yeah, y'all didn't know it was tight like that. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Oh, let's see here. I'm Baptist and I agree the denominations don't matter. Salvation by grace through faith in Jesus is what matters. Absolutely, Whitney. I absolutely 100%. That's a fact. That's what I believe as well. And I share it with whoever. That's all I can do. I'll share on carnivore and Jesus. That's my two favorite things. Two things that made a difference in my life. Oh, I think I'm so far behind. Let's see if anybody's got a question, go ahead and put a cue so I can pick it out, and that would be amazing. Felicia, good good sleep is important. I wish mine was better. That's the funny thing, my sleep is cut back a whole lot, and I'm glad that it is because like I've been staying up even now trying to work till about 1 o'clock in the morning every night. So I got a lot going on, and like I say, if it wasn't for having a clear mind and the energy that I have, there's no way in the world I'd be able to keep up with it. So, oh, let's see here. Luis, great job, lady. Y'all talking amongst yourself. Steve, that's why I love you, brother. God has big plans for you. Listen, man, he's already been more faithful to me than I deserve. I'll be honest with you. That's not me just talking it down, brother. Like he's done way more than me, way more for me than I deserve. I'm trying to be obedient to what he's called me to do now. He's the one who opened this door for me, and I'm just trying to be faithful by walking through it. Whenever he opens the door, no man can close it, and when he closes the door, no man can open it. So I'm trying to be faithful to do what he's called me to do and inspire those of us. Listen, you have, as a believer, you have a power that is so powerful. It spoke into existence everything that is in creation. If he can deliver that, if he can deliver our soul from hell, how in the world can we walk around defeated, not being able to be delivered from addictions? Like that was the realization that hit me hard. I've been, I for so long, I was, hey, you know, I want to change and I want all these things, but you have a power that's so much stronger than us. So I appreciate that. Absolutely. Miss Lindy. Oh, y'all talking amongst yourself. Let's see. Carrie. Hi, Shawn. Are you still actively losing weight or have you hit your goal? You look amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, how is your wife doing with carnivore? She seemed very sweet in the video you did together. Yeah. So I have no idea. I surpassed my goal. My goal was 190. I hit 188. And that was the last time. It's been probably a month since I weighed. I actually need to go weigh again. I've had people say that I look smaller, but like honestly, I haven't really weighed. I don't know, man. I have been eating like crazy though, so I mean, I could have even gained weight. I've been eating 3 to 5 pounds a day, easy. I've been eating 3 times a day for a year and something. I only ate 2 times a day, not on purpose. I just listen to my body. But yeah, I need to jump on the scale and weigh and see what's going on. But I started working out again about 15, 16, I think 17 days ago. And I got in the gym for the first time today. So and it was amazing. I was with my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, and I just picked up my phone. She texted me and said, great job. And I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. It was amazing because normally whenever I was working out, like I would get really sore, and I'm not getting sore like I used to, like when I would walk or, I haven't lifted weights in 20 years, but I remember before I would feel like overwhelmed with starting out working, working out or whatever, but they felt great. As far as my wife, she's doing amazing. She is still eating carnivore. She has lost like 20 pounds. She feels great. Her energy's more stabilized. And I need to get her back on sometime to be able to speak to you guys and just tell her own little gig. But I appreciate you asking for her. She is sweet. She is the most amazing woman on the planet. And I thank God for her as well every day. I could not do life without her. Oh, Karen says stress took a toll on me. Yeah, absolutely. That cortisol is a big deal. So, that's one of the good things about eating carnivore is that whenever it gives you an ability to deal with situations differently and you don't get stressed out as much. But yeah, stress will play absolutely tricks on you if you're not careful. Oh, so y'all talking, Edward? My daughter is type 1 diabetic and love her to get away to try to struggle. Yeah, absolutely. I hope she gets on it, my friend. And you guys check out Limitless Lindy. It's another one with channel. We got a lot of people with channels, but there's nothing wrong with us all supporting each other, loving each other, and coming together as a community. It's encouraged me a ton, and I know it is these guys too. I know she just put a video out. I think she had Raymond and Emily and Bella on the video as well, and so that'd be great. I watched, and so you guys go show her some love and check her out as well. Let's see. The sicker we are, the richer they get. That's 100%. I just get sick and tired of donating money to big food and big pharma. It's ecstatic to be able to get off of those medications and to get released from that addiction to those foods. People say, well, ribeyes are this, you ain't, whatever ribeyes, whatever ground beef, isn't that restrictive? I'm like, no, it's one of the most freeing things because I give about that much thought to food. I don't have to worry about it. When my body says eat, I give it food, and I'm going on about my way. I have more time to help people, more time to do the things that are important in life rather than constantly my mind revolving around food. And I just don't think about it like that anymore. So it's awesome. It's awesome. Oh, let's see here. Amen. Appreciate you guys. Oh, Miss Joyce. Yeah, I'll never be ashamed to share God on my channel. That is why God had me name my channel Faith to Victory. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Everybody has the right to believe how they want to believe, and I agree 100%. I think you should share your faith. I know there's a lot of people that believe a lot of different ways, and they can share their faith too. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm going to talk about Jesus. I'm going to talk about the Bible. I'm going to talk about those things because that's where my heart is. Appreciate you, Miss Joyce. I can't wait to see you again. It's going to be twice in a month, or twice in next week. So twice in 2 weeks. What's up, Big Mike? You got a channel? My other buddy. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, family. My friend. Hope you're doing well. Oh, let's see here. Got a question, Miss Louise. Hi, Shawn. Question. I struggle to eat enough protein each day. I heard I should have a gram for each target weight pound. That would be 120 grams. Should I try protein powder? Like I didn't. I don't necessarily. There's only one situation where I would even suggest protein powder, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I ate my way to where I'm at. I would eat until you're full and pay attention to that and get what your body wants from food. If you have had gastric bypass and you have trouble getting enough and you're soaking the nutrients up, that would be the only time I would probably tell anybody to try using the protein powder. But just because they can drink more protein powder than they can eat steak without getting full as fast. And that's my logic. I don't have a science to prove that, but that's the only situation where I would suggest that. I would just try to add a little bit more, add another, a small increments amount every day. If you feel like you're trying to add more to the way you eat. I never have counted. I never have tracked. I just literally ate until my body said stop. And then whenever I got hungry again, I ate until I'm full. And if you stay full on what you can eat, if that's 2 times a day, eat 2 times a day. If it's 3 times a day, eat 3 times a day. Once your body gets enough, it'll stop you. But I mean, I also don't think that there's some kind of unrealistic, goals set way up here that you got to, like, a target you got to hit. You know, obviously we could debate this forever, and I'm sure there's some nutritionists who are going to come on here and see this and be like, well, no, you got to make sure you're not under eating, which I agree with. You shouldn't be under eating, but there's also not some hypothetical goal up here that you want to try to hit every day either. So listen to your body, give it time, and your body will communicate with you pretty well. That would be what I would suggest. Minderella Q, can you please pray that God will help me be successful on carnivore? Help me learn how to be a good carnivore cook. Thank you. Sure, absolutely. New timeout links. You can, the YouTube tells me I can put people in timeout. Isn't that something? There you go. Absolutely. I will if you will. How about that? It sounds good. Can't wait. It's amazing. Bravo for your wife. Yeah, she's doing amazing, man. She's excited. She feels good. She's been out there doing the walks with me and getting it in and eating carnivore and just feeling great. She used to get real shaky. I don't know how, if you haven't seen her share her story. She used to get real shaky, and I told her it was probably her insulin messing with her in the mornings, especially. And she would get like really bad cravings. She would have to eat multiple times a day. She couldn't drink a lot. She couldn't eat a lot, and she's never been overweight, I guess you would say. But she's noticing a lot of body recomposition, and she lost 20 pounds. She both of us weigh less than we did when we got married 21 years ago, which is crazy. So it's quite amazing, and in better health too. So me and my son actually fit. My son's 15, and we actually fit in the same size now, which is crazy to me because I've never been in that size since I was younger than my son. But it's pretty amazing. Oh, let's see, Edward, man, appreciate you jumping in. Don't work too hard. You stay strong, keep pushing forward. I appreciate your testimony and keep sharing it, buddy. And congratulations on lowering that insulin, man. Type 1 diabetic right there. Have a good night. I'm about to jump off here too. I got just a little bit more. I just wanted to jump in and say, hey, I hadn't done one of these lives in a minute, and I just wanted to communicate and say, hey, and tell you guys I appreciate the encouragement. I appreciate you guys jumping in here, asking the questions, liking the videos, and telling your friends about it, man. Because you never know who's difference you're going to be in somebody's life, and you don't know how much you mean to me. All the comments, encouragement, and love you share with me too. So, Lois, what do you eat? It's not hard to get 120 grams of protein. I myself have about 250 grams, and I'm a 150-pound person. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I would just take a look at it for sure and just see. There she goes. I guess y'all can tell. I eat beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Hard to get more than half a pound of beef in a day, but I'm trying. Yeah, I mean, I would add. I wouldn't worry about upping the protein as much as I would the fat. That's what I did. I upped the fat and got the energy. You know, protein is hard to overeat. So if you're having to force it, there's a good chance that you're getting enough and you just don't need it anymore, is what I would say. But like I said, that's something that you're going to have to mess around with and see. If you feel like you're not getting enough, I would start with trying to up your fat a little bit. But I will, Miss Joyce. I will put that up there. And if she's watching, she went to go pick my son up from church just a minute ago whenever I went live. And I was going to jump on here with you guys for a minute, but I will definitely tell her. So absolutely. And I hope you're doing well. Hope you and the husband are doing well. And it was so good to meet you guys. Let's see here. Adam, in my Kelly Hogan class tonight, we learned about dopamine, tyrosine, and amino acids that is required to make dopamine in our bodies. Beef, pork, fish, chicken, all contain tyrosine. Yeah, there you go. That's what's up. Kelly's got some good stuff. I'd love to jump into one of her class. I want to talk with Kelly Hogan. Kelly Hogan, if you see this, I didn't get enough the other day on the 24-hour live, and I would love to have you on the channel and finish the conversation and talk a little bit. I've tried to reach out to her, but I hadn't been able to lock her in and get her on the channel. But I would love to. She's right across the border there in North Carolina. And, she's a great encourager. She's got a great story, and she's a believer. And those are a lot of qualities that I like. She's carnivore. She loves Jesus, and we have a good time talking about it. So I'd love to have her on and just share stories and share journeys and communicate and fellowship. So that'd be awesome. Let's see. I fell off the carnivore wagon a few days, and my allergies come back. I feel sluggish. I just less of a person. It's crazy. I'd gotten so used to feeling horrible like that. Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing what you get used to living up underneath and thinking it's normal. And one thing that I read a while back, and I quoted oftentimes now, is a lot of times we won't change until not changing is the less comfortable option. So we continue to think that we have to live in the torment that we've accepted as normal. And a lot of people, instead of changing and instituting those things in their life, they're more comfortable with the turmoil and trials that they're living in than the unknown, which is the change that they need to bring about, which is carnivore, which is being successful, which is doing the hard things instead of just continuing to be beat up by the circumstances and things of life. So yeah, we got used to living a certain way when we didn't have to stay that way. And that's 100% the message out there. There's a lot of people that jump in and maybe you're new, maybe you made it this far, maybe you just tuned into the channel, the video, you just caught it, and we're getting ready to close it up. But I want you to know that there's hope for you. You don't have to continue living miserable. You don't have to continue living with all the aches and the pains and the trials, and you're going to have struggles. Carnivore is not going to solve all your problems. It's not going to increase your credit score. It's not going to, restore all the relationships that have been damaged all the years with you. But it's going to absolutely do an amazing job at transforming the way that you feel, giving your body the proper nutrition that it needs to function optimally. And I am convinced that if you'll give it a try for 90 days, you'll see what I'm talking about, and you will thrive. All meat, cut out the sugars, cut out the processed foods for 90 days, and it can transform your life. So absolutely, don't beat yourself up. You fell off the wagon. We all make mistakes, okay? We all mess up. We all slip. We all make bad decisions. We all do those things. Not any one of us are perfect. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be too hard on yourself. Jump back in. Get back on mission. That's all you got to do. It's not about perfection. It's just about consistency. So I appreciate you, friend. Oh, let's see. Beth is cutie for sure. She is pretty hot. I agree with you, Connie. Oh, so hey, by the way, Connie, I got your bottle opener. Where is that? I was like, she left it here. I got it for you when I see you again. I wasn't gonna let it just stay. So not far from the house, I'll swing it by. How about that? Oh man, it's good to see you guys. I'm gonna jump off here. It's been about an hour. If you guys have any questions and I get off, just put them in the comments. If you don't mind, just hit the like button for me and share it. We will be back on Friday night. Hopefully, I guess everybody's going to be back on. I know Dave and Larry are going to be on. Kip messaged earlier. I hadn't had a chance to get back to him. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on. But yeah, absolutely. Hit that like button, hit that share button for me, and I will see you guys Friday. Hit me up in the comments. If you hadn't hit that subscribe button, that'd be great too. I appreciate that. Whatever. Grab yourself a t-shirt if you want to. Join the channel like Adam and Eve did. I appreciate that too. There should be another there. I think there's another tier on there now. It just helps support the channel, and I appreciate that. So appreciate you guys watching. Love you guys. Stay strong and keep pushing forward, and we'll see you next time. Good to see you, John. Jumped in right at the last second, my friend. I was talking about you earlier. Now you got to go back and watch the whole thing. Keep pushing forward.